Verse 18.
You can have a nice day.
Our heart is not turned back.
Right.
Neither have our steps declined from thy way.
Right. Neither have thy steps declined from thy way.
Let me tell you something.
Read that verse again. You can't tell me anything.
Our heart is not turned back. Neither have our steps declined from thy way.
Right. So we're still in the presence of the Lord at the end of the day, because we still repented of that before. Okay. Now, when you look up the word repent means to stop, to humble back.
Dudu in Yoruba means black.
Now he's talking over you now. So this is the thing. He's coming over here to debate. I mean, we're not out here to debate. We out here to warn the people.
I'm telling you
now. This is not what is it?
I'm telling you because you're my brother.
You know that crew in Hyde Park?
You understand me, my brother?
Speaker's Corner. This ain't no Speaker's Corner.
Give me a fight.
You're alright, man. You're alright, man.
You're
alright. But I'm not out here to argue, bro. I'm out here to tell you.
You're my brother. That's the thing. That's what I have to tell you.
Yeah, but you gotta come back to the truth, brother. You gotta come back to being a Hebrew Israelite, man.
Because I've come from Africa to tell you the truth.
You ain't got no truth.
Your descendants.
You ain't got no truth. You know what proves you ain't got the truth? Because you shake, you bald-headed, man.
You're my brother. I love you.
Right.
But then you come home to me. I'll embrace you.
Yeah, he's an Israelite, man. He's an Israelite. He's just lost in the sauce right now. I'll see him in the kingdom, though. I'll take care, my man.
It says, though thou hast sore broken us in the place of dragons,
right, go on, read that verse again.
Though thou hast sore broken us in the place of dragons, and covered us with the shadow of death.
Right, and covered us with the shadow of death. Why you think David said, although I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil? Because that's where the Israelites would be. They would be in that state. And guess what? Thy rod and thy staff will comfort us, which is the word, which will be given by the elect only. Because it tells you in Romans 11, give me Romans 11, Bubba. Give me Romans 11. Because it tells you in Romans 11 that Israel seeking for the truth, but the election have attained it, and the rest will blinded. So we're going to get that.
Right, this is Romans 11 and 7.
Yeah.
What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for.
Okay.
But the election have obtained it.
Right.
And the rest were blinded.
Right, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. So this word is going to keep us in a state of comfort, even when all hell breaks loose in the society. Okay, and even while everything's going smooth in society, we're still in that fulfilled comfort zone in these scriptures. Okay, but you got the majority of our people, they ain't trying to find truth. But the truth that they find in it ain't truth. This is bullshit. Okay, so go and read that.
So it says, if we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretched out our hands to a strange God,
right? That's Islam and all of these different gods, man.
Shall not the Most High search this out?
Right.
For he knoweth the secrets of the heart.
Right, he knoweth the secrets of the heart. So the Lord knows the inward man. That's why it tells you in the scriptures, the Lord don't judge the outward man, but he judges the inward man. Because he can see right through it. Okay, so the point of the matter is that the Lord is only dealing with the elect at this present point in time, according to the scripture. All right? I'll tell you what, read that verse again. I lost my train of thought. That's not what's it. Read that again.
And say, if we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretched out our hands to a strange God.
Right, and that corresponds, because the point of the matter is we've lost the way. That's the point of the topic we're getting to right now. Right, we've lost the way in the path of righteousness, and this is why we're in the degradation. Okay? Because it says that we lost, what is it? They've forgotten the name of the Lord, which corresponds with Jeremiah 17, what is it, 4? Give me that, brother. Jeremiah 17 and 4. Because it tells you in Jeremiah 17 that we would discontinue from our heritage, and that we would be called what? Bywords and proverbs in the city. So when you put these precepts together, it all makes sense. That's why, what's that, brother?
IUIC.
IUIC.
They say that we've lost the name.
Right, that's it. They said that we've lost the name, but we ain't lost the name. And I want to prove that too. Go on.
And they called upon a black man called Jesus Christ.
No, I want him to read that. Read that.
Right, this is Jeremiah 17 and 4.
Yep.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Right.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Right, I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. And that's exactly what's going on right now. We're serving our enemies right now. Whether realize that or not, doesn't make a difference because we're dealing with the real world here. Okay? So what I want to do is just get going if there's any more.
In the land which thou knowest not.
Right, in a land which thou knowest not, because we didn't know about the other side of the world. All we knew was the Middle East. So when we were brought here, it was a totally different setup altogether. All right, and the lifestyle was a different setup. Okay, and we're still here to this very day. But it's all prophesied that we have to remain in these conditions so that the Lord can deliver us out of these conditions. And then we can go back into the land of Israel, the way the Messiah is going to do it. So, say what you gotta say. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah. So, the IUIC, they say that we forgotten the name. We don't have the name, we don't have the Hebrew. Then they call upon strange God. They call upon Jesus Christ, a black monk, Jesus Christ. Now, if you go back 2,000 years ago, there was no black man in history called Jesus Christ that was crucified and died for the sins of Israel.
That's right, brother.
Because Jesus Christ is not Hebrew. Those are not Hebrew words. Okay?
And I like how the brother put that because he's right, man. The brother's correct because when you look up the letter J didn't come until the 1700s, man. So what was his name prior to the 1700s? I'm gonna let you figure that out. I'm not gonna tell you what they called him 2,000 years ago. You figure that out for yourself. Okay? But like the brother was saying, there was no man on earth that was called Jesus the Christ. There was nobody on the face of the planet 2,000 years ago who was calling him that. Whether he was a Hamite or Edomite, all right, or Asherite or an Ishmaelite, nobody in that time period was not called Jesus Christ. So when you call on Jesus Christ, you really call it on a false name, a false spirit, man. His name was Yahweh Shah, man. Okay? So what we gonna do, brother, is continue on where we left off at.
So it says, yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long.
Right. For thy sake, we are killed all the day long because we're dying slowly in this society. You got air pollution. Okay, we're living in a habitat that does not correspond with our ways. And if you take an animal out of its habitat, that animal is going to feel very uncomfortable. Because our habitat is the Middle East. Okay? That's what we're supposed to be at. But even if let's just say we go back there, guess what? That land is going to be defiled with the wrong people in that land still. Calling themselves the Jews, man. Okay, go on. The Amalekites over there.
It says,
and you know what's funny, right? Because when you go on the word, when you type in the word Amalek, I want to show you, brother, something. Because even Google, they have to, even sometimes Google tells you the truth. I'm gonna show you, brother, something, right? Because I looked up the word Amalek, and guess what they showing you. When you type in the word Amalek, you just bear with me for 1 minute. Let me see if I can get it. The internet works. Right here. There you go, right there. Let me turn my phone on. Yeah, so when you look up, when you look at the yeah, hold on, I did something right. What the hell is going on there? Yeah, this is on Satan. Right, here we are right here. So when we look up Amalek, this is what they show you right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Amalek. Alright, so the Google's letting you know that the Amalekites are them so-called Jews.
Let me come close. That one.
They're showing you right there. They're showing you.
you see that?
Google's secretly revealing the truth to the people.
Right.
Alright, that Amalek or the Edomites. This Amalek, matter of fact, we're going to read about Amalek. Give me a scripture based on Amalek, brother. In the book of Genesis. It's in Numbers. Because when you find out, which we all know, right, that the people of Amalek comes from one of the sons of Esau. Amalek is one of the sons of Esau. We're gonna show you that. So what Google is saying is that, in a nutshell, these ain't no Jews. These are Amalekites. That's what they show you, man. You see that?
You do that again, what you just did. Yeah, you enlarged it.
Yeah, hold on right there. as you know, sometimes you do. You type in certain biblical names, and this is what you come up with. Amalek. Type in Amalek, and this face is gonna pop up. So they showing you, right? Google is showing you that these ain't no Jews. These are Amalekites of the nation of Edom, and we're gonna show you that in the Bible. All right, we're gonna show you that in the Bible. Go on.
Numbers chapter 24, verse 15. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, has said, and the man whose eyes are open has said, he has said, which heard the words of the Most High, and knew the knowledge of the Most High.
Right, and knew the knowledge of the Most High. Go on.
Which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, while having his eyes open.
Right.
I shall see him, but not now.
Right.
I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel.
Right, and that's talking about Yahweh Shai. Okay, he's gonna be that scepter that's gonna arise out of Israel. Go on.
And shall smite the corners of Moab.
Right.
And destroy all the children of Sheth.
Right.
And Edom shall be a possession.
Right, and Edom shall be a possession. As it tells you in Genesis, what is it, chapter 25, man? Okay, how Esau is going to serve the younger brother. So it was already predestinated from the beginning. Is when you look up the term, when you look up the word Genesis means the beginnings or the headings. All right? So from the beginning of time, it was already set up that the nation of Edom or Esau was going to serve Jacob. Go on. And who is the nation of Esau and Edom, the so-called Edom? Go on.
Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies.
Right.
And Israel shall do valiantly.
Right, and Israel shall do valiantly, meaning we're going to rule over them in the most vicious way. Okay, we're going to take what they got, we're going to smack them upside the head with the rod of eye. Go on. Pursuant to, what is it, Revelations 2 and chapter, what is it, verse 25. Go on.
Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion.
Right.
And shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
Right, and shall destroy him that remaineth in the city. There's some so-called Jews that are remaining in our city right now, man. Okay, go on, we're going to further go down. This is going to go into, go on.
And when he looked on Amalek.
Right, and when he looked on Amalek, go on.
He took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations.
Right, he was the first of the nations.
But his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
Right. So the first of the nations, which he was really talking about, that was the first brother of Esau. Because Amalek is the older brother of all of these different Edomites. Because Esau had about, what, 5 sons? Okay? And then he had Amalek. But Amalek was the first of the nations, as he is right now. He's on top. Who really runs the society? The so-called Jews. They run the society. So they're the first even on this side of the spectrum. But guess what? The Bible tells you that he's going to perish forever. And that's ultimately going to happen in the book when the 1,000 years of slavery is done and put. Pursuant to Obadiah, the first chapter on.
Matthew 20 verse 16.
Right.
So the last shall be first, and the first last.
Right. Read that verse again.
Matthew 20 verse 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last.
Right, and the first last. So these Edomites, they're in that first position. They're in that high position right now. And guess what? They're going to be the last in the kingdom. Because you have a group of so-called Jews that run this society that are trillionaires, and they not have worked a day in their life throughout their generations. So what's going to happen is the brother's getting down with the precepts. So what's going to happen is they're going to be the first servants. Go on, brother.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
That's it. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning of thereof. Because we are looking towards the end of this world. Because we understand that this world does not operate for us, man. We understand that. It's just common sense. Alright? It's common sense, man. And the world knows this too. We're not saying something that's all out of whack. That's all anti-factual. We're saying what's true, man. Okay, go on.
So I said, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Okay.
And it says 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 43. For the day of doom shall be the end of this time,
Right.
and the beginning of the immortality for to come.
Right, because the day of doom is going to come in this day and age when the so-called white man's in rulership, and we are in that time. As I always like to say, this society is not going to go on for another century, okay, or another 2 centuries, or centuries. This society is already out, man. The economy is out, the people are out, people are committing suicide like never seen before. What they were saying was this, I was reading an article, right? And the article was saying that you have a lot of Londoners that are committing suicide more than the people in all of these other regions in England. So you have a lot of young people, which they're supposed to be, you know, the ones of the future to keep society going, and they're committing suicide at an alarming rate. What does that say about society? That's just that society is under a decline, a major decline. That's what that says. Okay? And it's getting bad too, even in the States. You have a lot of young people, Edomites, that are committing suicide like never before. Okay, why? Because the Lord is going to bring an end to this corruption. The Lord is going to establish the just on earth. And we are the judgment on earth. Okay? That will be established. And then that's when immortality is going to begin. The word immortality means life, never dying. Okay, this is a society of death and destruction that brings forth people that have to die due to pollution, air pollution, or diseases of all kinds. All right, this ain't it, man. This world ain't it. This is not the place that the Lord set up forever and ever. The Lord is going to set up a place which is known as the kingdom of heaven. It is going to be put on earth, and that's going to be remaining forever and ever. Pursuant to Daniel's 7th chapter. What we're going to do here is I want you to get another scripture, brother Bill, with Amalek, brother.
Read this quickly.
Okay, read that.
All right, this is Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
Okay.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Right, meaning the cursing, because like we was going into earlier before on how our people are under the curse right now as it stands. That curse is going to pretty much go and cover the whole entire nation of Edom. So instead of us being a reproach, okay, in a state of trouble, mischief, all right, being looked at as a gazing stock to the world, that's going to be put up upon them. So read that.
And it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
And that's what they're doing already. That's why when you go drive around London, England, when you find them at parties, partying it up, clubbing it up. Okay, in the bar, acting silly, drunk to oblivion, bumming on the floor. That's their time to rejoice. So the Lord is saying, rejoice, all you daughters of Edom. Because it's going to come a time where the game and party is going to be over. It's going to come a time where the party is going to stop, baby. Party it up for the so-called Europeans, man. It's going to stop. It's going to come to a complete end. Like everything has a start, and everything has an end. So this society had its start, and guess what? We're damn near at the end of it. That's where we at right now, and it's nothing nobody can do about it. You can protest, all right, until you can't protest no more. You can pour all your heart out into this protest, but it's not going to change nothing. Okay, you can try different avenues to get the government's attention any way you want. The word is going to go according to the word of God, prophecy. That's what your reality is consisting of. It's prophecy. You don't have free will, people. The truth of the matter is your free will doesn't exist. What matters the most is that the Lord has control of everything in this reality. Okay? So what we're going to do is, I want you to get me another scripture, brother, that deals with Amalek. Try one in the book. I'm looking for one right now. We're going to read that.
And it says, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Right, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. So the curses that we're going through as the Israelites, that same curse is going to go to the nation of Edom. They're not always going to be high in their horse all the time. They're not going to be in that state of supremacy all the time. There's going to come a time where the people that's in a state of supremacy, which is what you call white supremacy, they're going to be underneath our foot one day, and they're going to be under the curses that the Lord is going to send unto them. So the Lord has power however you are doing on the earth, whether you're doing good condition or you're in a lower condition. The Lord has power over all of these things. The Lord sets it up to where you'll play a position on earth. What position you're going to play on the planet? All right. Okay, I'll tell you what. Because I was looking up something the other day.
And thou shalt be drunken.
I'll tell you what. You break it down.
And it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Yeah, because that's what you have, man. That's what you have left. Right? That's all the so-called white man has left, man. Rejoicing in whatever the Most High has left you. Whatever piece of glory he has left.
Thank you.
So Esau enjoys getting drunk, right? So Esau's gonna get drunk again, man. And he's gonna get drunk so bad, he's never gonna wanna get drunk ever again, man. With the cup that the Most High said, oh, you like drinking? I'm gonna give you something to drink, man.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a cup that so big that you're gonna spend the rest of 1,000 years pissing it all out till you be destroyed by the flames, man.
That's it.
Okay?
That's it.
Moses got a big wine bottle for him, man.
And it ain't the wine bottle that he thinks it is too.
Exactly, it's not the wine bottle that he ever imagined it would be. Yeah, Esau likes drinking, boy. He's gonna drink, man.
Yeah,
he's gonna drink, alright.
And you know what too? He's gonna have to drink the dregs of it too. As a nation, they're gonna drink the dregs. So yeah, give me Genesis 36 verse
He's gonna have 1,000 years worth of getting drunk.
Right.
Sipping off that cup.
That your young brother.
He's gonna be sipping that cup for 1,000 years. So he's gonna have a long and he's gonna have a wait of a time getting drunk, man. He said he's gonna drink it to read the rest of it. Go on.
Lamentations. No, I don't want you to get Genesis. I want him to get Genesis 36 verse start from verse 6. Verse 5 actually.
36 verse 5.
No, start from verse 6. Yes, sir.
Verse 6. And Esau took his wives and his sons. Talking about 36.
Yeah, 36, yeah.
And his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all his beasts and all his substance which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob, for their riches were more than that they might dwell together. Right. And the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Right, go on.
And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons. Eliphaz, the son of Adar, the wife of Esau.
Right. And this is talking about the so-called white people. All right, this is their beginning. Go on.
Reuel, the son of Bashemath, the wife of Esau.
Hey, go.
Hey,
Move.
get out of here, man.
Move.
Get out of here.
He's strong. He's strong, boss. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. I used to have a dog back in the day.
And the sons of Eliphaz were Timan, Omar, Zipho, and Gatam, and Kinaz, and Timnah, was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son.
Right.
And she bare to Eliphaz, Amalek.
Right, Amalek, see? Go on, read that verse again. Read that again.
And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. And she bare to Eliphaz, Amalek.
Right, Amalek. So one of Esau's sons was Amalek, and she was the mother of Amalek was a concubine. All right, but guess what? You see how the Lord had it to where they kept that same lack of melanin. They said melanin could have changed up, but the Lord had it to where that melanin stayed the same. Okay, that lack of melanin, that leprosy, excuse me, they remain to have that leprosy in them, so that the world can know that this is Esau and Edom. And that's why they're the only race of people that don't have the dark melanin or the brown melanin. Okay? That's to let you know who's who of the world. So what we're gonna do is and that proves that them so-called Jews, they're Edomites. Because when you look up the name Amalek on the Google, you'll find out, or should I say, when you type in the name Amalek in Google, you'll see those same people that's claiming to be the Jews. You'll see a guy, a so-called Jewish guy, right? An image of him with the name Amalek below, showing you that those people are not the Jews, they're Amalekites of the nation of Edom. And we just read about Amalek. Alright? So now that we're done with that, now what I would like to do is go back to what we had before, brother.
Sirach 8 verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end.
Right. That's it. Go on.
Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
Right, because you gotta look at the end result. What's gonna be the end result of a group of people that are wicked? Their end result is gonna be destruction. They may be flowing in wealth. They may be looking well presentable. What is their end result going to be? Death and destruction. That's what their end result is going to be. So being that you know that much, now you gotta astray yourself from those kind of people and don't envy those people.
Right.
That's what the scriptures are saying. You know, so these white cats, these young little white cats, they may be enjoying themselves, getting drunk to oblivion. Okay, taking on the spoil of Jake, the so-called nigga woman. You know, having his way with her. But guess what? What's going to be the end result of the nation? They're going to go into slavery, and guess what? We're going to take their spot. Go on, brother.
But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
Right, and that's going to be the end result, is that they're going to be punished. Because when they come back in the reincarnation, they're going to have to pay for what they did in their past life. That's why you got certain people, they born with no legs, or they born as an amputee, or they born with their face all jacked up, all messed up and stuff like that, where their gums are all exposed, and their eyes at the back of their brain. That's them paying for what they did in their past life. So let's just say in this lifetime, you did all the wickedness you could have done. Everything that you've done on this lifetime, you're going to be judged in the next lifetime. You may not receive the judgment now, but in the next go around, you're going to receive the judgment. That's how life works. Go on, brother. So the same thing with Esau, the so-called Europeans. You know, they get no scot-free right now. They're living it up. They're enjoying a thing they call white supremacy. All of that good stuff, right? But in the next go around, what's going to happen to them? Let's read it. Read that again. It's all about the end result. That's what you got to look at. You always got to pinpoint the end result. What's going to be the end result if you do righteousness? Blessings. Okay? All of the goodness and the rewards that come from righteousness. That's the end result. But if you do wickedness all around, what's going to be the end result of that? The same thing that you sowed on the earth. Go on.
Sirach 7 verse 1. Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee.
Right, go on.
Depart from the unjust, and iniquity shall turn away from thee.
Right, so it says to depart from the unjust, and that judgment will come upon you. Because iniquity is just a multitude of sins. So that means you got to disassociate yourself from the people of the world. That's what that means, and that's why certain brothers gonna have to start doing that. All right, if you got guys in the world that ain't really speaking to you about anything that's uplifting, or they not telling you about the truth, or they don't believe in the truth, then you gotta part ways. Because you already know the end result of all of the mass of the people. And I'm gonna hit you with the word mass. So you know that the word mass means that. Because the majority of the people are sanctioned to be put to death. That's why they don't believe what we believe. Okay? So when you understand words and you understand how the society works, you understand the code. Okay? You understand that you're able to decode what this world is all about. Go on, brother.
Sirach 10 verse 8. Verse 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man.
Right, pride is hateful before the Most High. Go on.
And by both doth one commit iniquity.
Right, and by both one commit of iniquity. Is this even, so what he's saying is that even when you're prideful, that's even a sin in itself. When you're walking around with this arrogancy attitude, like your shit don't stink, that's all pride that the Lord don't like. The Lord don't like nobody like that. Okay? And that's why it tells you in the Apocrypha that the cities that have the most pride are going to be destroyed. By what? The nuclear missiles. Go on.
They say, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit,
go on.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, the kingdom is, what is it? The wealth is translated to one people to another. So the end result of the Rothschild dynasty, to be exact, they're gonna have to go through hell when they have to bow down to our rule. You're gonna put them through hell because they put the earth through hell. That's gonna be the end result. The end result of conquering the world and setting up some false and things that are false and deceit. What's the reward of that? They're gonna find out. Okay? They're gonna find out by a box of surprises, baby. And I'm metaphorically speaking, I don't mean that literally. Yeah, that's a hammer. Yeah.
That's a Philistine right there.
Yeah, that's a visual mind.
That is a Philistine to the maximum.
Right, that's a hammer. That's a hammer.
You can tell a Philistine, bro.
That ain't no Jake. That's a hammer.
That ain't no Jake, man. That's a Philistine, bro.
That's Ham. That's one of the sons of Ham, brothers.
I'm torn his asses, bro. He got 7 fours.
Yeah. But even they're going to the slavery too. If you can perceive that, and she's going into slavery as well. I don't know what she's laughing about. Shaking her head. Hey, she's going to be one of the brothers' concubines, man. You know? So, I mean, people are laughing, don't even know what they're laughing about. They don't even know what we're talking about. So read that again.
So it says, because of unrighteous dealings.
Right, because of unrighteous dealings.
Injuries and riches got by deceit.
Right. So, brother, give me that sign right there. This one. Yeah, the one with yeah, that's it right there. Because see, what you gotta understand, see, people like to talk about how yeah, it's on. Yeah, hold the sign right there.